Alright, hello there. Time for more stories. The Path of Destinies. I was thinking about starting a new game today, but I don't feel so good, and so I didn't want to start something new. I was already feeling a bit rough, and then I sat out in the sun too long, so I'm doing a little better now. But it takes way too long to recover from anything. So I'll get more of this done.
The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was
You
time to
really
choose.
start to get stuck.
The rebellion was in trouble.
You really start to
Ravens
get
were
sick of
scouting for the
this.
secret rebel base.
With how often you hear
They
it.
needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced.
I mean, not
Renata
sick of
knew
it, but like
that
it
using
is.
it could go catastrophically wrong.
You hear it a
But
lot.
he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert.
Yeah.
The Iblis stone was hidden there.
The Iblis trigger.
It was a dangerous artifact.
Dangerous.
It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And also, his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course, Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion
because he had stabbed him in the back.
He needed to use that to his advantage.
Alright, so we got a key there. Let's view stories so I know what to do here. I don't wanna do the final yet till I get all these endings. Get all the endings. Alright. These are the ones with Lapino. See, I had thought originally these ones were, you know, anytime you pick the first option. But like there's 4 instead of 3. So it's a little more random than that. So I don't know I don't remember which one I started with last time. I'm gonna try not to make the same choices. I can always, you know, look back here, I guess. Make sure I don't make the same choices. This is find the gem, find Zenobia, kill Zenobia, and to the council. Go back to choices. Let's build the Sky Ripper again.
Every child knew about the Sky Ripper. The Transcendent Emperor had buried its pieces deep. And then, this Emperor's horrific sacrifices had brought it back to the surface. Renato wasn't exactly sure how to use the legendary weapon.
Yeah,
but
cool.
Surely, there must be some way to do it without provoking another catastrophe.
6
Had
months.
he, somehow, summoned the long-lost components of the legendary weapon out of the deep places of the Earth? It was more than Renato could fathom. But if he could find a legendary weapon, he would use it.
And there would be consequences.
As he set foot on the island, Renato couldn't help feeling a bit curious. Was Lapino still waiting to be rescued? No. He was probably drinking champagne with the ravens. Did ravens drink champagne?
I think that would be a bit difficult with their
Renato
beaks.
Felt oddly thirsty, come to think of it. Why had he chosen the Sky Ripper?
Oh, I can move
Renato
now.
never made plans that required
Too busy
vigilance.
listening to the
He was a
narration.
hero. He didn't think too much. He just went with his gut and
He was a
hoped it all worked
hero.
out. The Sky Ripper was a long shot. He'd have to devote himself to it. No side journeys, no rescuing old friends. That was against his nature.
No squirrels.
Could he stick with it?
How are we feeling today? A little better now. I decided to sit in the sun, and I was out there a little too long. It's actually not that hot today. Just, you know, a lot of Not his son.
Once, Renato had been to a dungeon where all the chests were locked. It was awful.
Yeah, that would be awful, wouldn't it? Do, do, do. Get the Sky Ripper. It's not ominous at all. Do, do, do. To a door already? Went from intense heat to the most mouth-dropping thunder and lightning display I've ever seen. Yeah, we've gotten some wild thunderstorms lately. Not lately, but like last month or two, we've had some wild thunderstorms. Happens every year about this time. Probably won't have much for a while now, though. I am nasally. I took my allergy meds, but this wasn't enough apparently. Let's go over here. You know, it'd be nice if I could remember all the paths I'm taking so I could take different ones and in different playthroughs, but that's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna remember that. 18-inch fan. Time we arrived, the heat wave went away. Of course, always happens. Like whenever you buy a snow plow, you're not gonna get any snow the whole winter. I gotta lock back in. It's been a little bit since the last play of this. Yeah, I've lost more than half my health already on the first encounter. Oh well, at least they're more generous with health now.
That had been his mistake before, not trusting Zenobia's feelings for him. But how could he have known, after all these years of silence?
And here we have a little thing to read. I gotta take care of my nose, it's bugging me. Lego Batman, huh? How fortuitous. I just got the Batman shadow figure delivered today. It arrived. It is quite heavy. It's quite a hefty figure. Alright. The truth behind the Sky Ripper is shrouded in a thick fog. Why is shrouded capitalized? That is an odd choice. The most believable tale is that the transcendent emperor has used the Sky Ripper to banish Iblis. Then the TE buried the weapon and vanished. Was it a self-imposed exile to rid the world of its last divine presence? Or was it the price to pay for using such a tremendous power? Could the Sky Ripper and Iblis have a deeper connection than just a weapon and its victim? My rituals will summon the Iblis stone, not the Iblis trigger. Perhaps I should worry that they will also cause the Sky Ripper to resurface. If that is the case, I should spare no resources to find it. A weapon that can banish a god is an invaluable bargaining chip should the old ones decide to double-cross me. It is in their nature to try. But gods are predictable, and I can rely on that to always be one step ahead. Emperor Eisengrim III, Secret Journal. Not too secret if it's just laying around like this. My, that's a lot of candles. Alright. Switch to the ice sword to get through the ice door. See where this takes me.
Renato was looking for a big chest. Wait, that didn't sound right.
It did not. What we got here? What's this way? I'm like what the narrator said, I will get sidetracked. More of these things. Maybe I don't want to get sidetracked this way. I guess I can't go back. Alrighty. Sneak. Sneaky. Like a fox.
Sleep tight, thought Renato.
Do, do, do. That was unnecessary, but I wanted to be thorough. I wanted to get them all. Thing this way? Nope. Do, do, do. So you can buy actual Lego sets. It gives you codes for said sets in the Batman game. Interesting. They did something like that with that Starlink game. Starlink? Battle for Atlas thing that they put Star Fox in.
So
I don't know.
That's what they meant by a firewall. What unlocks a firewall?
Fire Sword. Or Fire Fox, perhaps. Go for the healer first. Oh, run! Don't get stuck in combat. Move. Everything's red because I am low on health. Alright, what we got here? Yes.
Who needed a doctor when you could eat fruit to heal?
It's a good question. They do say an apple a day keeps the doctor away. And a little more health. I don't know what it is with these people and the lack of railings. It can't cost them that much. Oh, I can finally upgrade something again now. Alright. I already got health maxed out. I could go with speed. Not combat. Hit harder. Alright, open the door.
There it was. Skyripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway.
So, this is what dreams are made of.
No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How is it part of a weapon?
Who am I to
at all?
disagree?
He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Skyripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest on the next island. Well, there was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hurry to face her. She would find him.
Alright. View stories. I don't know why. It's, the buttons are all weird. Like right now it's actually showing the right buttons, but back there it was showing PlayStation buttons. Alright. So this was... Okay, find the gem. Find the armature. Okay, so I chose find the armature. Now I gotta make my second choice. Find the gem. Did I do find the armature? I did find the armature twice. Find the armature. Find the core. I haven't done that in a while. Yeah, I'll do the core again. Could make another choice later.
He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself. Only a series of coils and wheels.
Well, you could throw it at someone.
Sacrifices. And he would make more before the end.
Ingenuity, you know.
He would have to choose the greatest good no matter how much it cost him. Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure of that. The power was in the core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
Yes, obviously. Get the core!
He looked up at the old trees around him. They were so big and so old. They'd been there before he was born, and they'd be there after he'd passed into legend. Was he confronting his own unimportance? What had got into him? He was no philosopher. Anyway, who cares? He was plenty important. He was a hero, and soon he'd prove it.
Sure, sure. Alright.
Ah, Zenobia. Now that he knew she still loved him, he wanted to go back to her. But that hadn't worked out, had it?
Nope,
Maybe it was time to find the core of the Sky Ripper.
Yep, that's what I'm doing. Isn't that nice water? Why not? Thank you, Ryoku. No, Ryoku, for the continued sub. Appreciate it. 10 months. Very appreciated. Can I take one of these rocks with me? Nice red rocks. Yeah, thank you. It is my pleasure to provide entertainment of a sort.
There was something sour in the air.
Sour.
Like the earth had ruptured over something that had been fermenting for a very long time.
It was kind of stinky outside today. The cow pies were ripe. Eesh. Thank you. Uh-oh. Yeah, get over here. There's definitely a lot of swashbuckling in this game.
personal space?
Yeah. The narrator is hilarious. Hey, back it off. I'm a little surprised that
There were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked. He couldn't smell the small animals of the forest. The mice and rabbits.
uh-oh.
Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
No kidding. I'm a little surprised that not more people know about this game. Like, there are plenty of other indie games that are very well known, but I almost never see anyone talk about this one. So hot on a weekend, I even had to buy one of those coolers for a phone. Oh my. Wasn't too hot this weekend, but it was hot, I think, a little bit before that. Like 88 or something, I think. It fluctuates a lot here. I do not look forward to when it gets into the 90s. $120 degrees. Yikes. I don't think I've ever had that happen. There it is. The core.
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick. Once he had sneaked into a temple of the dark art and he hadn't liked what he smelt and saw there. This felt like that. As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. Maybe Lapino wasn't such a good friend.
Oh, he was very much not a
That
good
made
friend.
him feel better. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But
yes, better.
maybe he should show it to some scientists first.
That's what we did last time.
On the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
Well, not last time, but previously. Previously on Story Path of Destinies, we went to the scientists. So today, I'm just going to attack the outpost.
Renato had never been much of a student. At Sword Fu School, he'd never read the books, just looked at the pictures. And Zenobia. But weapons he understood. His gut told him that the Sky Ripper would work great. He would use it to take out the Imperial outpost. And what's the worst that could happen? The thing wouldn't work, and then he'd take it to the scientists, right? Renato actually could think of a few things that were worse. But he would make sure they didn't happen this time. Right?
Sure.
Exactly.
Of course, it'll never happen. I'll never destroy all of space and time again. It was a one-time thing.
Renato wondered why the parts of the Sky Ripper had only surfaced now, thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had discarded it. This Emperor, Isengrim III, had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Perhaps that was bringing up lost artifacts. How perfect, then, that the Sky Ripper would reappear to be his destruction. And, hopefully this time, just his destruction.
Yeah, I heard about Destiny, such a sad state of things for the gaming industry, yeah. I've seen some stuff about that. Sad. Though I was like, oh, I can catch up now.
Get this right. The Imperial army would run out of ravens.
Yeah, you'd think. But I was like, I can catch up now. So I'm still stuck on Edge of Fate. I cannot stand Matter Spark. I'm constantly having to look up guides for certain segments, and it takes the fun out of it. That, and most of the time I don't have enough energy to play that game. Plus everything else I gotta do, plus other games. I'd be devastated if Fallout 76 or Pokemon Go got canned. One of my most played games. Yeah, it's rough. I haven't been putting near as much time into Destiny lately because I just haven't had the energy anymore. Everyone I played it with quit, and I don't feel like finding new people. I'm not that social. I used the fire team finder thing a few times. That was nice. I can just get some random people. Especially when they had that one mission that they made you do 3 times. The first time took like about 2 hours. I got some people together later and I did it in 20 minutes. So it's like, yeah, ridiculous. Same mission, 3 separate times with only change in dialogue. Like, early. It wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't such a drudgery to begin with, but then they make you do it that many times. I'm as easily twisted to play games with friends, always enjoy company. Yes. Yeah. People I played Destiny with moved on to Fortnite, so I play that with them instead. And I just don't have time for both most of the time. Not to mention money.
This chest was filled with reprints of the entire Sandman series. Reprints? God, what was the point of collecting those? Ooh, and there was something else.
Like the last expansion, I only got it after it went on sale. Kind of waiting for the Renegades to go on sale.
Of slaughtering ravens. Maybe it was time to test out the new weapon. He turned a knob on the Sky Ripper. It made strange mechanical noises. The wheels spun faster. It began to hum. The Sky Ripper was following his every step. At least it acknowledged him as the master. But there was no trigger. How was he supposed to fire it? Fire, he said. Nothing happened. Well, maybe it just needed to warm up. After all, it hadn't been fired in thousands of years.
Every game got a pass to grind. It's hard to juggle. Yes, it is.
Been built by the Transcendent Emperor. To figure it out, he just had to think like a legendary demigod. That actually wasn't as helpful as it sounded.
I was playing Sonic Rumble pretty regularly, but I just hit a point where it's like, I don't care. It's demanding too much of my time. And it feels like I have to do it, or I miss things. And it's adding too much stuff too fast. I can't keep up with this. Exhausting. I just don't have the kind of energy to do that. Like, maybe it wouldn't be a big deal if I did have the energy, but I do not.
The Sky Ripper was making a whining noise now, and its wheels were spinning so fast he could no longer see them. Bernardo had a thought. Please? He asked. The Sky Ripper began to glow.
Yeah, you have to say please.
The outpost burst into flame. Ravens flapped out screaming, wings on fire. The base was his. The far speaker toad came hopping out,
Bernardo!
Hop, hop.
It croaked, sounding like a toad version of Zenobia.
Don't use the Sky Ripper. It will destroy the world.
Yeah, sure it will, cracked Renato. Pull the other one.
If you don't trust me, go see Calaveras. He'll tell you the same thing.
Oh,
Calaveras.
you would say that.
Hehehehe.
That sounded sensible. Why
Yeah,
does she always have
sensible.
to sound sensible all the time? Oh, it was infuriating. Of course she would say that. He was supposed to hurry and bring the Sky Ripper to the council so the rebels could actually win the war. But what if she was right?
Decisions. Go to the scientist or take the weapon to the rebels. Decisions. Why does the toad have facial hair? That's my question. Especially the mini passes they have on top of the main ones. Yeah, and it's usually a very short time. It's like, when do you expect me to get all this done? You know? Give the impression he is a wise frog. It's just, I don't have time for all this. Or money. Like, if they want you to buy all those passes, it's like, that's too many, one right after the other. You know, like, if I was spending the, like, $9 once each month, or once each, like, couple months, that wouldn't be so bad. But they want you to drop money, bam, bam, bam. Like, no, I'm not doing this. It's not worth it. Alright. Let's take it to the rebels.
Just this once, he would not let Zenobia get into his head with her
Just
logic
this once.
and her wisdom.
Her
and
logic.
appeals to reason. He was a fox. He'd go with his instincts, and it would all work out like it always did.
I'm not
He
sure
seemed like
I
a
care
reckless
about.
idiot, even to himself. But if there was one thing Renato could never bring himself to do, it was turn back on a decision he'd made.
I'm not sure I care for how they're painting foxes here. We're not that reckless.
Imperials were flapping and cawing all around the ruins. They must be panicking with rumors flying of the superweapon. Maybe they hoped to find and destroy the base before he could
Don't
put the
panic.
Sky Ripper into action. The Sky Ripper was whining and heating up. It will be time to use that energy soon.
Soon. Okay, there's a green door. Rally the rebels. Do do. Don't know why I'm doing this. I already have all the health I can use.
That was awesome.
Oh, that's right. The Sky Ripper assists me in battle now. I forgot about that. Bum bum bum. Nah. At least there's kind of railing here. I can kind of take it easy with that thing.
He wondered if the council knew he destroyed the outpost. He hoped so. He was excited. With his super weapon, they could actually win their battle with the Imperial fleet.
Yes, super weapon. It's like we got our own mini Death Star. Who's a good Sky Ripper? Who's a good Sky Ripper? You are.
Have you ever felt you were just going round in circles? Bernardo
Oh.
felt like that.
There was a achievement for running in circles, and somehow I hadn't got it till just now. Unbelievable. Amazing. Random silly achievements are so funny. Let's see what's in here. Probably just health.
These were
Yeah.
really nice chests. You should take one home, he thought.
Well, I don't think you can do that. Be a lot to carry. That's it. They only sent 2 after me. A little disappointing, actually. They should be sending more at me. Now that I have the Sky Ripper. Maybe they're scared. Just going in circles here. Maybe this way.
It was like having a pet. Well, like having a goggler for a pet.
I did do the who's a good Sky Ripper earlier. So I beat him to the comparison. It's like having a droid. Having R2-D2. Or a chopper. Yeah. You thought.
What was Zenobia talking about? This was a fantastic weapon.
I know, right?
Raymond burst into flames with just a touch of its killer beam. He was tempted to leave it on all the time, but he didn't want to accidentally slice off some council toad's head or tongue. She'd been trying to distract him. Well, this time, no one was going to distract him.
Found the little creature to help us on adventures, yes.
Boy, with this device he can travel at night, so long as there are ravens to set on fire.
They're not smart because they're not running. Ooh. I don't think I may not have read this one yet. Or I may have. The masses have been raising their fists, led by a handful of nobles. I can't read today. With too much ambition. It is envy that the power that I seek. Is it envy that the power that I seek is something they want for themselves? Are they just criminals who want to steal from us? There is but one punishment for such a crime. Death. Why did they capitalize it? Make an example of the leaders. Execute anyone who dares following them. Typo. That wasn't me this time. That wasn't me. Or is it fear that the sacrifices I have been making would extend to them? Is this a war for survival? Show them the true meaning of fear. Strike them fast and strike them hard. Make them suffer. Burn everything they hold dear. Or is it pride that the meaning of those sacrifices would forever escape their comprehension? They want inclusion, a say in my decisions. This arrogance cannot be allowed. Take those who surrender to the salt mine. Let their lungs fill with corrosive dust. Let them betray one another for scraps of food. Let their children watch as they fall into savagery. End the rebellion without mercy. Punish, terrorize, humiliate. Emperor Isengrim III War Manifesto. Oof. He's the emperor, and yet he didn't have a editor. Maybe he executed his editor. Oh, that one was fast. No, get away from me. Exploding ones are the worst.
He was tempted to just stand on the device and let it do all the killing for him. But that wouldn't be sporting, would it? Or fun?
This is a war. This is a rebellion fighting against corrupt empire. I don't think sporting enters into the equation.
Renato hated gogglers. It freaked him out to cut them.
It do? It freak him out? It is kind of rough. Check that out. Check out the texture.
So he was close to the rebel base.
The
Nothing was on fire.
parchment
So
like
good.
the parchment like texture over the whole screen.
Precision, ferocity. The device was a woman. Buy it a drink.
That's a weird thing to say. I don't get to open the door over there. Or do I? Yeah, I do. There's just more health I don't need. Same with all this. Speed along. Activate. Alright, scientist toads. Oh wait, no, this is the rebellion. Alright, rebels. I got a weapon for you.
As he headed towards the council chamber, Renato felt everyone watching him. You saved the rebellion, said the council speaker. Frankly, we were afraid you'd turn aside to save that idiot Lapino. Not bloody lightly, Renato told them, feeling he was maybe being a bit harsh on the poor mad rabbit. If you never make sacrifices, he said, you're probably not doing the right thing. The speaker nodded. Are you ready to lead the charge? Let's roll, he said.
Yeah, let's ride.
Renato set sail for the fleet. The Sky Ripper had lost its wine. It was humming now, as if it had taken some time to seat properly. He had always been irresponsible.
We know.
He'd done the right thing, made the hard decisions. He was a real hero. He hadn't let himself be distracted by old friends or old lovers turned enemies. Finally, he could be proud of himself.
Are you sure about that? Are we sure about that?
He was ready. So was Sky Ripper. The Sky Ripper had a will of its own. It picked out its own targets and set them on fire. This was going to be a short battle. He would set the ships on fire if he didn't need them to get to the Emperor. And he wondered if he'd see Zenobia, or if she'd flee. Wouldn't she be proud of him? At least, a bit of respect. He'd become an all-conquering hero.
I don't know about that. Well, we'll see. We'll find out.
There it was again. The back door to the portal that went to the center of the fleet.
Here's the shortcut. Open. How convenient for the ships to move in that manner.
There was a parchment on a signpost. It was from her.
Every time you fire, you risk the destruction of the universe. That's insane. We surrender.
It is insane.
He'd done it. He'd played chicken with Zenobia and won. You could hear the horns blaring the retreat. She was wiser than he was, that was for sure. But wisdom didn't win battles.
Yeah, it does. What are you going on about? Burn, baby, burn! Hey, quit hitting me in the butt! Come on, Skyripper, do your thing. I can actually use some health. Of course, it won't give me any now that I need it. Nope. Of course not. Do. Come on, move, move. Alright, that's the button. Ah. Watch the cannonballs. Nope, never gets old. How do I get across? That's odd. I guess I go this way instead. This the best you got? Boom, bottom, bam. Come on. Has a little health. And a little more. No!
And there was Zenobia, wearing the white robes of surrender. She came and kneeled before him. Why didn't you listen to me? I was trying to save you too. You're the enemy, he said. I was never your enemy, Renato.
And he realized, not for the first time, how much she loved him.
Then she spoke a terrible word and made a gesture with her hand. She stopped moving, covered in frost, and he wondered why she'd frozen herself.
It's a good
Then the
question.
Skyripper froze, and then for a moment he felt very cold and discovered that he couldn't move. The next thing he knew, the sun was a giant, monstrously red. It took up half the sky, and he was in a parched red desert. And then he was on fire.
Oh, again? But he already had all the secrets he needed.
Another
He was
ending.
sure of that. He must have not used them the right way.
What was the best, worst mistake he could make?
Best, worst
Probably
mistake.
trusting that traitor Lapino.
Renato Newcomb. What kind of hero are you? A hero who does not let anything get in the way of his mission. Well, that didn't work out. I got +5 fire essence. Alright. I don't have many down this way. I got most of them up this way. Alright. Boop, boop, boop. Suppose I could do another Lupino one.
The book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. Faster than before? And he fell. The clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas. It was time to choose. The rebellion was in trouble. Ravens
They
were
always
scouting
are
for
in
the
trouble.
secret rebel base. They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced. Renata knew that using it could go catastrophically wrong.
Catastrophic.
But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also, a temple had risen out of empty desert. The Iblis stone was hidden there.
The Iblis trigger.
It was a dangerous artifact.
Dangerous.
It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness. And
That never works out.
his old friend Lupino needed rescuing.
Yeah, his old friend Lupino.
Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lupino had betrayed the rebellion. And
That's
he
an
had a gut
understatement.
feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
Yes.
Renato
Try
finally
that.
realized that Lupino was a traitor to the cause.
Yep.
And maybe Renato could use that somehow.
Do I do the new one? Because I don't want the final ending yet. Let's see. This is rescue Lupino, find the core. This is rescue Lupino, find Zenobia. Let's find the gem. Find the armature. I'll go with this one for now.
Ah, Lupino.
Lupino.
Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own. Lupino always wiggled out of trouble given time.
My
But he was
question:
out of time.
are Pegasus
Lupino's
real in
frantic
this,
message said that the Ravens were going to kill him for being a
or
rebel
was he
spy,
just pretending
and that he had a
that they were
clever
real?
plan. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse. Or so Lupino had told him over the far speaker anyway.
Uh-huh. Yeah. How did he get access to the far
Lupino
speaker?
had apparently managed
Do
to
they, like,
confuse the judge by
allow
arguing
them
that
a
he
question?
hadn't actually stolen the
Not
winged
a question.
horse.
Allow
He
them a
only sold
call.
it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
Possibly. Talk to Lupino. Well, it is about break time. So, I will see you in a few. Let's see. I have to shift tab because this game is programmed strangely. Alright, we're back. There we go. It's a little clunky. Part of why I'm streaming this.
Goth is over.
Nah. Part of why I'm streaming this game is I do want more people to know about it. No, I'm not really in much of a position for that. I'm not one of the big ones. But hopefully I get at least some more people to find out about it. I don't even remember how I found this game. It might have just been one of those freebies you get from the your PlayStation Plus membership.
Just 2 weeks past, Renardo had sneaked through an empty town and listened to the Raven's call about the Emperor's new taste in ritual sacrifice.
Ooh. That's no good. Cabbages. Wonder what they're growing in the water. I want to jump in there, but they don't allow you. Let's get through the door. Got stacks of hay. What am I doing with the green sword? Fire sword! Look at the spinny. Vroom, vroom.
Ravens were landing everywhere. The advance guard. He'd better get moving. If they got to Lapino first, they'd eat him for breakfast. Or a snack. Ravens weren't picky.
Yikes.
If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lapino. Well,
Yikes.
unless he really was a traitor, obviously. Then they'd probably pin a medal on his chest.
And then eat them.
Lapino must be waiting at the end of the cemetery. Renardo wanted badly to confront him for his treachery. But what good would that do him?
Doo-doo. Those apples are tomatoes. Look like tomatoes. And carrots. Those are some big carrots. Your shield don't mean nothing to me.
Don't go away.
Yeah, stay. Oh no, you don't. Back it up. I got the fire here. I'll bring the fire.
Lapino would betray him.
But now Renato knew that. What would Lapino do if he knew that Lapino was going to betray him? Well, he'd concoct some crazy scheme, wouldn't he? That used Lapino's betrayal against him, and it would blow up in his face.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Maybe he was overthinking this. Well, that would be a first.
Ah! Ooh. We got another little thing. Dear Zenobia, how are you enjoying the academy? New friends must already be flocking around you, no doubt. Here in the palace, things are the same. I have much time to dedicate to my special hobby. I have been collaborating with Professor Calaveras and his team of experts to investigate the nature of the islands. My gut is telling me that the islands are alive. I think they have a will of their own. Do you hear me, daughter? Our world could be more than floating masses of rock and water. Professor Calaveras and his boys have made measurements. The islands are drifting. Surrounded by the endless sky, it is difficult to notice. But through careful measurements of the wind over long periods of time, they are certain the islands are moving westward. But where to? It may take centuries, millennia, to reach the destination. I have this strange idea. What if the islands are some sort of herd, and that they are deliberately searching for another herd of islands? Could you imagine new islands, with their own inhabitants? The thought that we may not be alone. If only I could live long enough to witness the event. With love, Father. And I guess that would be why he decided to look into immortality. Sounding a bit like Callus, really. Pretty sure this is first. I have no idea.
Beautifully. Where was a bard when you needed one?
Ah. There's Lapino, the filthy traitor.
Dirty and bloody, Renato finally reached Lapino. The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. Oh, I thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me 53 ducats, so we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually.
I think he said 52, but it says 53
I
there.
got a brilliant plan to kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia, we find out what she knows, and that's the whole war right there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Capture the Emperor's greatest general, who happened to also be a deadly sorcerer, and, oh, his only daughter? That would be worth it.
Yes.
It would be nice to see her. He'd always had a soft spot for her. And he felt sure she had one for him. On the other hand, he could still get to the core of the Sky Ripper, even if he couldn't get the whole thing. It must have great power.
Power. Alright, let's see. Let's check my paths. There's rescue Lupino, find the core. Then I can deviate from there. Wrong button. Rescue Lupino, find Zenobia. And then I can ignore Lupino's plan then instead. Yes, let's go to Zenobia.
Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course. She'd been Renato's best friend in Sword Fu School. And
It
you're
is still
mad
so
for her.
silly.
The rabbit reminded him. The rabbit had a point.
Sword
And
Fu.
Renato had a feeling she'd want to see him again. Who knows what could happen between the two of them this time around? She knows all his plans, chuckled the master spy. She won't give them up easily. She'll tell the interrogators, all right.
said Lapino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
Yep. Dun, dun,
The
dun,
city
dun.
was already under Zenobia's control. I had to admire her efficiency. Renato shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators. Could he really turn her over to them? But this was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
That's why it's called war, Vector. Everything's on fire. They might want to do something about that. Just dashing along. Do do do. Still haven't gotten enough for this. Oh, I'm very close. Very close. Nope. Perfect strike! And another one! And another! And another! Hey! Ah! No, you don't. No, The spinny. The flip. Do a flip. Bum bum bum. Thought for sure you're going to get ravens there. Are these unbreakable pots? Yes, they are. How dare they?
Feel the burn.
Oh boy. No! Phew. What's the point of this? Okay. There was no point. Not really. Yay! Can I have just a little more? Just two? Yes. Okay. Good to go. Sent back here. Activate.
Why was Lapino urging him to capture Zenobia?
Good question.
Obviously, it was a trap.
Obviously.
But you never knew how Lapino thought. Sometimes his plans were so convoluted they did the exact opposite to what Lapino wanted. Yeah, there must be some way to play on that, Renato thought.
Sounds to me he's not very bright. Just more health.
Gogglers. Renato hated gogglers.
We get it!
It was almost impossible to sneak past them. If one didn't spot you, another one would.
It's not impossible. You just gotta be good. Gotta know what you're doing. You gotta be patient. Bide your time. Ah! I get electrocuted. Gotcha. We must bide our time and wear our pants.
These things really slice like ham.
Yee. Bread. They got pastries. Those are big apples. And squid. Fish. Never looked at this stuff before. I just kind of ran through. There's the Pino.
So, what's this plan of yours? Use me as bait, said Lupino.
Sure.
He outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved
Slightly.
police, a net, setting the Farfarer a little bit on fire,
Just a little
Lupino
bit.
dressing as an old blind toad, and Renardo hiding inside a monstrous watermelon. What could possibly go wrong? Thought
Everything.
Renardo.
Absolutely everything. This is not the time for harebrained schemes.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sure you know better,
I do.
said Lupino.
I'm not getting in a watermelon. I don't like the smell.
You guys ever wonder why the Imperial Ravens are always hiring?
Yeah, because I keep taking them out. You see, I am creating jobs. I am creating opportunities. Bum, 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 bum. I know I've read this before. I don't think I need to reread these on every playthrough. I'll kind of slowly go through it so you can just pause and read it in the future at your leisure or whatever. So the emperor adopted, the emperor's a toad. He adopted a cat. And he tried to raise her as a proper toad because apparently cats aren't proper and stuff.
Renardo wondered if he could learn to cook this way. Probably not.
That would be nice, though. Boom, boom.
Renardo slinked through Zenobia's ship, making no sound at all.
No
Oh my
sound.
gods. Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was curled up on her bed. Oh,
That doesn't look curled
how
up.
beautiful she was. How sleek. How soft. He tapped her on the shoulder with his sword. She became smoke. And he noticed he had a blade to his throat.
It was a
"Stay
trap."
well," purred a familiar voice. "Did you
Uh-oh.
really think you could capture me?" Zenobia said as her ship lifted off. "Now I just wanted some privacy," Renardo said. Renardo knew she still had feelings for him.
Uh-huh.
Maybe he could just cut to the chase. But
Cut
was
to the
timing
chase.
right for that?
It's a good question. I have not chosen either of these ways. Doo-doo. Win her heart or stick to the plan? I have no idea what I'm humming. Let's stick to the plan
Did you
for
ever
once.
wonder why the Emperor adopted you? And he told her why. His Imperial Majesty wanted to bring the lost gods back. They could make him immortal. But to seal the bargain, he needed a sacrifice. Someone who truly loved him. "You're lying." She was furious. "You can't prove that." "I can." And so they set sail for the Nexus.
The jerk? The Nexus.
The scientists at the observatory have resurrected one of his victims. Well, he's not exactly alive, but it can talk, and it can't lie. You took a big risk. You know, I could just cast a spell to make you tell me where the rebel base is. And you wouldn't consider that cheating? She frowned. Fine.
Yeah.
Let's go get your witness.
Hee.
Renato felt that all the rebellion had started
Ah!
after atrocities that the
Cut him
Emperor
off.
hushed up. Renato had rescued a priest whose order had been massacred for one book. He had slept in a burnt village. Dead kittens and puppies had come to tell him what the Emperor had done to them.
Not kittens and puppies. Ting, ting, ting. Crumble. The nice crumbling sounds. They really do not believe in railing. No, you don't. You're not healing nobody. There we go. Oh, there's more. They won't let you break anything while you're fighting. I don't know why. It's a strange choice. It does prevent you from getting health. Not that there's probably any health in these. I got chaos control. Hey, rude. There we go. Ain't no health in any of these. Nothing. Now here we'll get some.
Healing fruits were great, but you could never get the stains out.
The stains? Just make everything that color.
She caught up with him. Don't you think I'd know if my father started practicing black magic?
Ah.
Why? Would you want to join in? Oh, no, I'd destroy his books and... All right, I suppose I wouldn't. She stopped, troubled. He ran on.
Her model, her 3D model is so tall, and lanky compared to the 2D drawings. Oh, we got thunder.
The scientists on this island had been investigating the Emperor's dark ritual on their own. They were neutral in the civil war engulfing the Empire, but they could see that the dark magics the old Toad had loosed were changing the world. Renato hoped he and Zenobia weren't putting them in danger. A cannon trap. Who kept these things loaded anyway?
Good question. Whoop. It is so hard to do this at the right time. Alright, can I get some health already? No, we're gonna throw more enemies at you. I already missed the Sky Ripper, even though it destroys the universe. Oh, yow. That height. Do a flip. Oh no, 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 no. How many more are there? Oh, that one fell off. Alright, we need some health. Little health. Alms for the poor. Doo 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 doo. Boom, boom, boom. It's all on fire. That's a bad sign.
The observatory was a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The Ravens had taken care to burn the reanimated witness to cinders. Zenobia stared around,
Well then.
shocked. The scientists had been neutral. They had no part in the rebellion. Take me to your council, she said, shaken. I have things to tell them. It was what Renato had gambled
Not
on. That
things.
Zenobia would turn against her father once she knew his madness. But the rebel base was secret. Could he really risk taking the Emperor's daughter there, even if she did love him?
Nah, we can't risk it. Not this time.
Renato reached Lapino by Farspeaker Toad.
No, we should take her to the base.
Insisted Lapino. No, I don't trust her. Nobody changes sides that fast, said Renato.
I better go to the base. Let them know you've got her.
Lapino said.
For some reason, Renato wasn't sure that was a good idea.
That's
Just
because
meet
he's
me
a
at the far
scummy
side of the
traitor.
mountains. There's a shuttle here I can take.
Always has to be your way, doesn't it?
Well,
said
yeah,
Lapino.
when you're a traitor. When you're a scummy traitor.
Zenobia was still shaking as they got out. I didn't know, she said. The Ravens kept it secret. At first they sacrificed prisoners, then villages near the frontier, and then an orphanage. Kittens and puppies.
I the kittens and
Sometimes
puppies.
He'd come back to the palace and it was like there were glowing things behind his eyes. But I was so busy. I'll clear a path for us, Renato told Zenobia, so the Ravens don't see you.
Glowing eyes. Whoa. Should meet up with Lapino and see if he stabs me in the back this time. With all this green stuff. Should I be concerned about the green stuff? What happened to the music? It's eerily silent. It's supposed to be. Wasn't very smart of that guy to stay near the exploding raven. No health. Why bother putting these things here if you're not gonna put something in them? Okay, I know I got all the essence, so I don't need that anymore, but put health in them. There's an ice door down there. I don't think I've been here many times. So I'm not retreading as much as I have been. So unstable. Health! It completely cleared my head. Bum bum. Give me more health. Yeah. Take out the shields first. Nope. Denied. Yep.
Zenobia came up as he massaged his sore arm. Her eyes were wet. He's been saying strange things. He asked me to do experiments. And some were wrong.
And why did you do them?
They are banished, right? Said Renato. Gone forever. I mean, he couldn't actually bring the old gods back, could he? She didn't answer him. That frightened him more than anything.
Was she taller than him? Like a head taller than him? Maybe a little bit. Heroic adventure music. Bottom. Shoom, shoom. There he goes. Whom. There's little loops on there. I wonder what those are for.
Long live the Emperor! Called the ravens.
Well, you're not gonna be living much longer. What kind of hold does the Emperor have on these guys? Or do they just enjoy this? Are they in it for the fun? Are they in it for the love of the game? Yeah. Boom. Swish, swash, yeesh, slash. They only have maces, not swords. Ooh. Up we go. Try not to slip and fall. All this ice and no railings. Finally, something gave me some health. I don't think I needed it actually. Can I get another spinning? Is there another one for spinning longer? I just like the sound. I'll get going. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ding. Wait, there's one this way. Can't make it over there though. Oh well. Wonder how you get to that one.
Give me a lever, said Archimedes, and I shall open a gate.
Did he really say that?
Bernardo wondered if he should have taken Zenobia to the rebel base for real. Maybe she wasn't playing him after all. After the bleak talk about the Emperor's dark secrets, he was regretting his suspicion.
I mean, you gotta be careful. She could always be act.
They came up on an empty shack. He gestured her in. Where's the base? She asked, confused. I thought we could talk a bit first. Oh, you think I'm playing you? She was furious. I'm betraying my father who picked me out of an alley, and you think I'm playing you? She lashed out. Her claws sliced fire into his face. Energy boiled in her other paw. But before she could kill him, he slashed his sword into her heart.
Oh boy.
She staggered. I could have loved you. You son of a bitch. And then she died.
Bernardo stood there for hours, unable
Tragic.
to move. Finally, a ship landed near him. Lapino had brought the Farfarer. On board the Farfarer, Lapino couldn't stop grinning.
Why is it
I can't believe
echoing?
you actually killed her. Why didn't I trust her? Bernardo said. All he could feel was emptiness. You killed the Emperor's daughter. You might want to run for it, if you care whether you live or die, that is. Since Bernardo didn't, he grabbed the wheel, and he sailed for the Imperial fleet.
Why is it echoing? Is it supposed to be doing that right now?
Bernardo had never felt worse. Zenobia had listened to him. He had trusted him. She had opened her eyes to her father's evil. Done everything he had hoped for. But he had taken her to a dirty shack.
She could have not reacted
Was
that
he
way though.
so used to lying that he couldn't trust even the girl he had always loved?
I'll see if the sounds echo. Because the music doesn't seem to be echoing. Like, I wonder if this is just for effect because he's in shock or something. I don't remember that happening, but it did start immediately after. I can't tell if the sounds are echoing.
Bernardo had a feeling that was the back door to something. But what?
'Cause there isn't like two. There's not two separate things here. Let's see. Let me check this. Yeah, there's only one thing that's I'm gonna assume it's for effect. It's only one channel. Yep, I want to be able to get a third playthrough in. I think I should be able to.
He could see the rebels reeling back as he plunged into the ranks of the Ravens. He'd had to kill the girl he loved. But he'd also blown the biggest opportunity they could have had. To turn the Emperor's daughter against him. Oh, Bernardo could only laugh miserably. He was taking crazy chances now, swinging wildly. He expected the Ravens to take him at any moment. But they were running in fear. No one wants to fight a man who doesn't care if he lives. No one wants to fight a hero.
Oh, any health? I'm back to being stingy on it. It's in character right now. He's supposed to be, wildly fighting. It's totally on purpose. Ah! That was close. But I got out unscathed.
Soon he'd confront the Emperor. Funny that this whole war had come about because the Emperor feared death. And now it was coming for him.
Ha ha
Sort
ha
of
ha.
lesson there, wasn't there?
Yeah, what you fear most can be your undoing. The more you try to avoid something, the more it will come for you. I want to cycle through the fire one. There we go. It just looks better. Yuck. There we go.
He was exhausted. Could barely think. He wanted to stop thinking.
Too
The
bad.
rebels were already finished, and he was the last. The Ravens were coming for him personally now, in waves. It didn't matter. He was slick with his own blood, but it didn't matter. In the distance, he could see her, embraced by a halo of light, holding her hand out to him. Had she forgiven him? Would she take him to the halls of the Valiant? Then he felt steel in his belly, and his chest, and his back. And he lay down, and he couldn't see her anymore.
Well, that sucks.
Oh, again? But he already had all the secrets he needed. He was sure of that. He must have not used them the right way.
Yeah, I don't want
What was
this
the
over that
best,
fast.
worst mistake he could make?
Yeah, I know, it keeps pushing
Probably
me.
trusting that traitor Lapino.
Game keeps trying to backseat me. What kind of hero are you? A hero who goes down fighting when there is nothing left to live for. There is no period at the end of that sentence. It bothers me. If you're not going to put a period at the end of your sentence, then don't capitalize the first letter. Alright. So we got almost all of this row done. Let's get another one started. I could do the other Let's do the other.
The book's pages fluttered to the beginning once again. Faster than before?
I'll go down
But
the
he fell.
same path, but make the other
The
choices.
clouds parted over the Isles of Boreas.
Over the
It
Isles
was
of
time to
Boreas.
choose. The rebellion was in
Choose.
trouble. Ravens
Hello.
were scouting for the secret rebel base.
Hello there.
They needed a game changer. Pieces of the Sky Ripper had surfaced.
They needed
Renato
a
knew
new
that
hope.
using it could go catastrophically wrong.
Yes.
But he was sure he could figure out how to use it safely. Also,
It's still
a
echoing.
temple had
I
risen out
don't
of
know
empty
why
desert.
it's doing that.
The Iblis stone was hidden there.
The Iblis trigger.
It was a dangerous artifact. It could corrupt its user into a bloodthirsty monster. Maybe he could find a way to use it. To take its power without surrendering to its wickedness.
Why is it
also,
echoing?
his old friend Lapino needed rescuing. Of course. Renato had a pretty strong suspicion that Lapino had betrayed the rebellion. And he had a gut feeling that he needed to use that to his advantage.
Is it just me, or is anyone else hearing the echo? Bum bum bum. Bum bum bum. Dong. Because I wasn't hearing it this whole time. Let me see here. I don't know what I can do about it except restart the game. That's always pain. Because then I'll have to fight it to get it on my other screen.
Renato finally realized that Lapino was a traitor to the cause. And maybe Renato could use that somehow.
Not yet!
Ah, Lapino. Apparently, the Mad Rabbit had sold a Pegasus that he did not exactly own.
Yeah, we know.
Lapino always wiggled out of trouble, given time. But he was out of time.
But he does have two
Lapino's
rabbit's feet.
frantic message said that the Ravens were going to kill him for being a rebel spy. And that he had a clever plan. If the fleet reached him first, they'd string him up for that. Never mind the winged horse. Or so Lapino had told him over the far speaker anyway. Lapino had apparently managed to confuse the judge by arguing that he hadn't actually stolen a winged horse. He'd only sold it. But wait, where was the prison? The village was empty. Had everybody fled the Ravens?
Maybe I'll restart it over break.
Say, how you
If
guys
it
fix for life insurance?
Fixes the echo. It seems like it's only the dialogue. I don't know why it would be doubling, but echoing. No. What was that?
That was odd. Renato had been here, at this exact place, at this exact time. But this time, there were so many more ravens.
So many more. Help!
The village looked so peaceful. Were the villagers hiding somewhere? Of course not. No matter how much he searched, he would only find ravens here.
Full up. Fire door.
What was behind that door? Renado's nose told him there was treasure there. They must have forgotten it in a
Treasure.
hurry. Surely they wouldn't mind if he helped himself to it. After all, he wouldn't even know.
Yeah, they're kind of dead. Alright, which way am I supposed to be going? This way, I suppose. I don't know. Fighting the ravens. Back and forth, back and forth.
Ravens were landing everywhere.
The advanced guard.
He'd better get moving. If they got to Lapino first, they'd eat him for breakfast.
Or a snack.
Ravens weren't picky. If they got hungry, they sometimes forgot to interrogate their prisoners. Even top spies like Lapino. Well,
Forgot,
unless
huh?
he really was a traitor, obviously. Then they'd
Obviously.
probably pin a medal on his chest.
Boom. Gotta get through this. Get to Filipino before break. So it saves and I can restart this. Maybe get the echo gone. Oh, there's more.
Lapino would betray him. But now Renato knew that. What would Lapino do if he knew that Lapino was going to betray him? Well, he concocted a crazy scheme, didn't he? That used Lapino's betrayal against him and it would blow up in his face.
Combat
Maybe
report.
he was overthinking this. Well, that
Maybe
would be
he
a first.
was.
Dirty and bloody, Renato finally reached
Yes,
Lapino.
saving.
The rabbit was practicing his shuffle. Renato recognized the cards. It was Lapino's favorite deck. I
Favorite.
thought you were in danger. I am. The ravens are coming. Oh, the prison thing. Right, yeah, we see this guard owed me 53 ducats. So we made a deal. They're very reasonable people, actually, for weasels. Now, I got a brilliant plan.
For weasels.
To kidnap Zenobia. We capture Zenobia. We find out what she knows. And that's the whole war right there.
I have a plan for capturing
Easy peasy,
Zenobia.
lemon squeezy.
We capture Zenobia. That's not a
Captured the
plan.
Emperor's greatest general, who happened to also be a deadly sorcerer, and
Deadly.
his only daughter. That would be worth it. And
Whoa,
it would
will
be
it?
nice to see her. He'd always had a soft spot for her,
Yeah.
and he felt sure she had one for him. On the other hand, he could still get to the core
Yes,
of
and
the
it's
Sky
time
Empire,
for
even if he
break.
couldn't get the whole thing.
And we're back, and the echo is gone. Alright. Going after Zenobia again.
Zenobia wasn't just the Emperor's daughter, of course.
Of course.
She'd been Renato's best friend in sword fu school. And you're still mad for her. The rabbit reminded him. The rabbit had a point. And Renato had a feeling she'd want to see him again. Who knows what could happen between the two of them this time around? She knows all his plans, chuckled the master spy. She won't give them up easily.
No, she won't.
She'll tell the interrogators, all right, said Lapino. Taking her would change the game, all right.
But would it be for the better?
The city was already under Zenobia's control. I had to admire her efficiency. Renato shivered at the thought of Zenobia at the mercy of the interrogators.
Yeah,
Would he really turn her over to them? But this was war. It wasn't meant to be pretty.
Let's go. Yeah, it's definitely none of this pretty. And the fire is pretty, just not on people's homes. Get the fire sword. It's just cooler. Gotta look cool while I'm fighting bad guys. Is that a dead end that I just went to? Can I go this way? No. Sometimes you go that way, I think. Certain playthroughs. Depends on what mission you're doing here, I guess. Boom, boom, boom. Go through here. I hope this isn't a loop.
Renato really didn't want to become shawarma. Or shishito, for that
Shawarma?
matter.
Is that how you pronounce it? That was shawarma. It was a go around thing. Alright, deliver.
Why was Lapino urging him to capture Zenobia?
It's a trap.
Obviously it was a trap. But you
Obviously.
never knew how Lapino thought. Sometimes his plans are so convoluted they did the exact opposite to what Lapino wanted.
You see,
Some way to play him, Renato thought.
this rebellion
You tell if someone's far
needed
away,
Admiral
but it's
Akbar
really small.
to tell them when it's a trap. They don't have anyone to tell them when it's a trap.
So, what's this plan of yours? Use me as bait, said Lapino.
Sure, why
And
not?
he outlined a slightly complicated plan that involved geese, a net, setting the Farfair a little bit on fire,
A little bit.
Lapino dressing as an old blind toad, and Renardo hiding inside a monstrous watermelon.
What could possibly go wrong? Thought Renato.
You know, I'm wearing white, and you want me to go into a watermelon? No.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sure you know better.
I
said
do.
Lapino.
crazy rabbit. Perfect strike! Keep getting perfect strikes. Boom. Boom. Everyone's gonna get a turn. Just be patient. No, you don't. I forget I can do that. I don't have to slow down. Break the
Renato slinked
pots with
through
my
Zenobia's
sword.
ship, making no sound at all. Where were her
Not a
guards?
sound.
Finally, he reached her bedroom. She was curled up at her bed. Oh, he'd forgotten how beautiful
Yes,
she
you're
was.
sleek and soft. We
Sleek.
get it.
How soft.
He's
He tapped
down
her on the
bad. We
shoulder
know.
with his sword. She became smoke. And he noticed he had a blade to his throat. Stay a while, purred a familiar voice. Did you really think you could capture me? Zenobia said as her ship
Maybe.
lifted off. Now I just wanted some privacy, Renato said. Renato knew she still had feelings for him. Maybe he could just cut to the chase. But was timing right for that?
We're still gonna go this way. The next choice, I will choose different.
Did you ever wonder why the Emperor adopted you? And he told her why.
For a tax write-off.
His Imperial Majesty wanted to bring the lost gods back. They could make him immortal. But to seal the bargain, he needed a sacrifice. Someone who truly loved him. You're lying. She was furious. You can't prove that. I can. And so, they set sail for the Nexus.
That's a long time to plot this.
The scientists at the observatory.
That's like over
resurrected one
10
of his
years.
victims. Well,
Over a
it's not exactly
decade.
alive, but it can talk and it can't lie. You took a big risk. You know, I could just cast a spell to make you tell me where the rebel base is, and you wouldn't consider that cheating? She frowned. Ugh, fine. Let's go get your witness.
Alright.
The rebellion had started after atrocities that the Empire hushed up.
Yes,
Renato had
yes.
rescued a priest whose order had been massacred for one book. He had
One
slept in
book.
a burnt village. Dead kittens and puppies had come to tell him what the Emperor had done to them.
I'll take her to the rebel base this time. I can't end it on Renato accidentally killing his girlfriend. I gotta have a more happy ending. So none of these are happy endings until the final ending. That's the nature of the game. But at least a little less depressing. To be honest, she did not have to react like that. Like, she's the enemy general. Regardless of what these two have been through together, she's still an enemy general. He has to be cautious. You know. Can't let his feelings risk everyone else. Was a logical choice. But she was emotionally compromised. Which, you know, understandably so.
I know if my father started practicing black magic. Why? Would you want to join in? Oh, no, I'd destroy his books and... All right, I suppose I wouldn't. She stopped, troubled.
He ran on.
Boom.
Renato had been searching for a way to save the rebellion. Lapino wanted to capture and interrogate Zenobia. But if he could show her proof of her father's madness, maybe she would join the rebellion.
Just maybe.
These were no ordinary cannonballs.
Nope.
For one thing, ordinary cannonballs were black.
These are fire. They're fireballs. Great balls of fire. I heard them laughing. I don't think I've noticed that before. Doo-doo-doo. Do you mind? Do is this not going to join us? At what you talking about? What cryptic message are you talking about? Join who? What? Zenobia. Oh. In time.
This chest had.
I think that is how
stolen
you.
from every inn in Boreas.
What?
Oh, and something more useful.
I'm pretty sure that's how you spell Zenobia. Zenobia. Boom, 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 boom. All this sword fighting is making me want to play a Star Wars game. But I don't know what's good. I've only played 2. No, I don't think there's a Y. We'll find out soon enough. They might say
was
it.
a burning hulk. Dead scientists and black feathers everywhere. The Ravens had taken care to burn the reanimated witness to cinders. Zenobia stared
Cinder
around,
mentioned.
shocked. The scientists had been neutral. They had no part in the rebellion. Take me to your council.
To the bad guys,
she
there's no
said,
such thing as
shaken.
neutrality.
I have things to tell them. It was what Renato had gambled on. The Zenobia
Yeah, see, that's how you
would
spell
turn against her
Zenobia.
father once she knew his madness. But the rebel base was secret. Could he really risk taking the Emperor's daughter there?
Even if she did love him.
Well, we're going to risk it this time.
Renato reached Lapino by Far Speaker Toad, the one creature the Ravens had left alive at the observatory.
Lapino seemed awfully anxious to meet him at the secret base. If he was a spy for the Empire, he'd turn around and reveal the coordinates to the Empire, jeopardizing the entire rebellion. But
Yeah.
Renato couldn't bear to think that Lapino would commit such horrible treachery.
Even after he
There
stabbed
was
you in the
good
back.
in the Mad Rabbit. He felt sure of it.
I'll meet up with you at the base.
Lapino said through the Toad.
This
Good
ain't one of
thinking.
them times.
Renato gave him the coordinates. There's a shuttle here I can borrow.
Renato found Zenobia in the chart room.
I've been having awful dreams, she said. Dead kittens and worse. I thought they were only dreams, you know. Why would anyone want the lost gods back?
'Cause
In
they're
those
mad.
days, the favorite of a god could become immortal. She held herself and shivered. He wants to become an eater of souls. Well,
That
I'm not
sounds
afraid of dying.
unpleasant.
Just dying of boredom. Renato said, but she didn't laugh.
Silence fell as they flew towards the ruins
Awkward.
of the city of Ubar, where the rebellion leadership was at.
Oba.
If Zenobia couldn't help them fight off her father, no one could.
And it's raining now.
As they touched the ground,
We came here for an
smell the
argument.
ravens and hear their hungry caws in the distance.
They're
Oh,
probably looking for me, she said. You go on ahead. She had that fiery look in her eyes that he'd always loved. It was a bit odd, though. How easy she'd been to convince. It was what he'd gambled on, but he'd expected more of an argument. She'd always loved to argue. She considered it the fastest way to the truth. Maybe she'd long suspected the truth.
Yeah.
Sometimes all it took was taking the bandages from your eyes. That must be it, he told himself.
That and the ravens went out of their way to burn the witness to cinders. Meaning whatever the witness had to say would be a problem. Which pretty much confirms exactly what the witness has to say. You don't silence someone against you unless they have something bad to say. That's true, you know.
You shall not pass.
Oh, they're trying to be cool. Trying to be all cool and stuff. You're not Gandalf. Gray or otherwise. Bum, 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 bum. I got that reference. I understood that reference. Boom, boom.
Snack time, boys.
Snack time. No, see, foxes are not tasty. I don't care what anyone says. We are not delicious. We are not good with barbecue sauce.
If Zenobia had really turned, the war could soon be over. She could send orders to the fleet that would leave their defenses wide open. The rebels could sail right in and capture the Emperor. Victory, with not too many casualties.
Victory! Victory for victory! Boom, boom. They got such tiny little legs. They should not be stable at all. Using the chaos control.
They caught their breath under a ruined arch.
What
"It's
the hell?
beautiful," she said. This was the library of Ubar, he said. Your father's ravens thought they had an ancient book. She nodded. Was she crying? This was exactly what I wanted, Renata thought. To turn her to our cause. So, why do I feel something is terribly wrong? Because nothing ever goes this smoothly, is why.
Yep. Teleported me. Which direction do I go? Cool.
Interrupted story time, caught the lead raven. Now I'll never find out how it ended.
Well then. Well, I know how this story's ended. They really did Ravens dirty in this game. Made them into dumb brutes. Yeah, read this before. I want this. I do not want to read it. Wanted more health. But since the game does not see fit to give it to me most of the time,
Why would
unless I
anyone
find a
put his
chest.
slinky collection in a strongbox? Thought
A
Renard.
slinky collect.
Any magic slinkies? Oh, and there was something else.
We read them a night book. Oh! We tucked them in. Go bed night. Go sleep. The big sleep. I still don't know what that music is.
Boy, if looks could kill.
Yikes! Well, these can. Gotcha. Where am I going? Boom, boom. Here. Down we go.
The long stairs. So he
Long-
was close to the rebel base.
Long stairs
Everything
with
was on fire.
actual
So far, so
railings.
good.
So far, so good. That's what they always say before things go horribly wrong. Boom, boom, boom. Oh yeah, back up. The weird sound. They're getting in a few shots. Can't make it too easy, you know. Here we are. I'll get a little health over here. Where's that one? It's a deeper blue. This is practically white. Just open this. It'll probably be enough. Yep. I want to do this anyway. I like the sound. It's nice sound. On we go to the rebel base.
The council toads swarmed around Zenobia, shocked she was there, shocked she had changed sides. Then the walls exploded. He heard toads croaking, "Oh, the ravens!" Blackbirds were pouring through holes everywhere. "It's a trap!" cried the council
We do
speaker.
have a
In the
General
confusion,
Akbar here.
He saw flashes of magic. Then Zenobia being hustled off by Imperial troops. So, she had betrayed him after all.
Well, that sucks.
Renato ran for his ship. The Farfarer flew into
So
the
much for
clouds,
wanting a
barely
less
losing the
depressing
Imperial
ending.
ravens pursuing him. The rebellion was lost, and he had lost it. There was nothing to do but find Zenobia and make her pay for her treachery. His heart ached. He still loved her. But he had trusted her, and he had been a fool.
See what I
She
was
would be back in
saying?
the fleet,
I was right.
gloating with her mad, bloodthirsty father. For all Renato knew, she was helping him bring back the old lost gods back from their exile.
But why would she do that if it means she has to die? She that blind? She that dumb?
Renato landed in the middle of the Imperial fleet. The rebels were losing badly. Without leadership, it was a slaughter. Renato felt strangely free, trying not to think about how he had lost the war, trying not to think about how he had loved Zenobia, blinded himself to her treachery.
That's what it meant to be a hero. To keep on fighting after the most bitter of betrayals. To never know if you could trust anyone. Cats. What a waste of fur.
Whoa.
Renato felt like he was bursting with knowledge. But what kind?
More combat. Just because she betrayed you doesn't mean you have to take it out on all cats. I'm guessing she still doesn't believe him. You think that might be racist? I think you might be
What
right.
happened to Lapino? Had the mad rabbit fled to safety? Or was he forlornly carrying on like the few rebels Renato could see here or there? Ugh, it didn't matter anymore. All there was slash and spin, parry and lunge, over and over as he fought his way across the fleet. All
Over
there
and
was
over.
finding the girl he'd once loved, who had used his love against him and putting as big a hole in her heart as she'd left in his.
Yikes. Boom, ding, boom. I didn't take a hit. Wow. Watch, next I'll take a bunch of hits. As I get cocky. Confident. Oh, no, you don't. Get over here. Oh, see, I took a hit. Because I was focusing on this guy. Who's healing these guys. But no more!
A for effort, D for dead.
Wow. I ended this a lot faster than I expected. But we're moving right along. Just go in a circle. Or a triangle, I suppose. Ha ha ha. No! Shouldn't our feet be burning? Chaos control! Just wait right there, I'll get to you. Take a number. Take a number. Here we are. The showdown.
And suddenly Zenobia was there, advancing a Lapino. So the mad rabbit had survived. Save me, or I'm done for! Screamed Lapino. Zenobia turned, showing her teeth in a smile. You're alive! Renato ran towards the witch. Lapino's the one who betrayed you, she shouted. He warned my father. Before he could think, Renato sank his sword
Dang.
into the sorceress.
I chose another
Stared at
path
him.
and he still stabs her.
Heart broken. No! Lapino's the traitor! Renato had an awful, sinking feeling in his stomach. Then, he felt a knife in his back.
Again.
I'm afraid she's right, said the Mad Rabbit. Ain't I a stinker? Then,
Oh no.
the sun went out. Damn it.
I can't stand. I don't like that rabbit.
Again? But he already had all the secrets he needed. He was sure of that. He must have not used them the right way. What was the best, worst mistake he
Womp
could
womp.
make?
I chose another
Probably
path
trusting that traitor Lapino.
because I didn't want to end. I didn't want to have the end on Renato accidentally stabbing Zenobia in the chest, and so I chose another path, and he still stabs her in the chest, though this time more intentionally, because he thought she was the traitor. But no, it was Lapino, which he already knew from a previous playthrough. But somehow, he still made the stupid choice and stabbed the wrong person. Ugh. Kind of hero are you? A hero who keeps on fighting even after the most bitter of betrayals. This one actually has a period at the end of the sentence. Someone did not properly edit this game. They didn't check quite well enough. The endless moment. Well, there's definitely not enough time for another path, and I don't want to break them apart between two different streams. Then it get confusing. You don't want to miss things. So I guess I'll yap for the next 20 minutes. Yeah, I'm trying to get more people to see that this game exists, because it's fun and quite interesting the way the story is presented. How you keep having to go back to learn things before you can make the right choices to get the final ending. See, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 more paths to take. Whew. There's still a lot of gaps in the bottom two paths, the bottom two segments. I'm not sure what game to start next. Now that I've finished Breath of the Wild, I don't want to start another Zelda game so soon afterwards. So I definitely want to get to Age of Calamity and Age of Imprisonment. So I still have Rift Apart to do. That's the last Ratchet and Clank game I haven't streamed yet. So I gotta get to that eventually, at some point. But I don't know if I want to do that just yet. Also Spyro 3. Got Metroid Dread, but I'm not really looking too forward to that because of the chasing. There'll be a lot of screaming, I'm sure. But I've gotten through all the other Metroid games I've streamed, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. I've certainly got other games I could stream, shorter games, other indie games, games I bought and haven't touched because they were on sale. And I have the Mega Man X collection, the Mega Man Zero collection, ZX collection, and all that. I have options, plenty of options, without having to buy something. It's just choosing, yeah. It's just deciding what I feel like at the time. So I don't know what I'm gonna be streaming Thursday just yet. I have an idea, but it also depends on how I feel that day. I don't know from one day to the next, to be honest, how I'm gonna be feeling, if I'm gonna be up to things. I might have started something new today if I had been feeling better, but I wasn't, so I didn't wanna do that and have it not be so great. It's it's just a challenge to juggle the stuff. I was already not feeling too great today, and then I sat out in the sun too long. And the worst part about that is it takes a while for me to realize I'm too hot. And I usually only can tell I'm too hot when I start getting other effects from it, not from the heat alone. I'm hyposensitive to the heat. I still take damage from it. I just can't. I just don't tell. I don't notice it so much. Especially compared to cold. Cold is a lot more painful to me than heat is. So I know that. You know when it's getting too cold, right? Like it'll be just a little chilly, and I gotta bundle up. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I definitely want to stream some. I want to stream some Star Wars games. I'm on a Star Wars kick. I've only ever played Force Unleashed and Republic Heroes. I need to play some other Star Wars games. I'm always hearing about that Knights of the Old Republic game, so I may check that out. Then there's that the one where you create your own character thing. Might do that. So I'll probably spend like an hour in the character creator because that's what always happens. I have to check out all my options and I overthink exactly what I want. I can't just pick. I gotta think too hard about it, all the lore stuff. Yeah, I'm not just picking solely based on, oh, this looks cool. What else? I'm on the fence about the new Star Fox. Like, I suppose I could stream that. But I don't know. I've never really cared that much for flying games. I'm more of I'm mostly an adventure assault girly compared to, people that like the rail shooter aspect. Adventures was my first game, my first Star Fox game. And then of course got Assault. Then I played Command, barely. That was a pain. I didn't like the controls on that. Didn't like the gameplay. So I don't know. I don't know if I want to spend the money on this one just yet. I don't know if I'll like it. And I don't really want to just buy new things when I have so many old things to get to, you know? Because it's not like it's gonna disappear. It'll be there. It'll still be there. And since this is a remake of an old game, you know, most of the story stuff is already out there, so it's not as big of a spoiler minefield. Just avoid watching any cutscene stuff. I've also been thinking about streaming Destiny Renegades, but I gotta get through. I want to get through Edge of Fate first. I feel like I can't stream that since I started it off stream, you know. But I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get to that. Because I take such huge breaks in between Destiny sessions because of how frustrating it is, especially with the new mechanics in Edge of Fate. I have to keep looking at guides to figure little things out. Like there was this one spot where there's a panel leaned up against a wall, almost nearly at a 90-degree angle. Tiny sliver, you know, of a place to stand on, and I'm supposed to just know I can jump on that, you know? Like this, that does not look like a proper platform to jump on. Other games don't have you jumping on that. Like I'm not a goat. I'm not gonna look at that and say, "Oh, that's a place I can jump on." And just some of the spots you're supposed to enter with the matter spark. It's like, how am I supposed to find these? They're hidden. They're buried. Especially during a firefight. Like, if you're just looking around normally, maybe, you know, it'll take you a while, but you're in a firefight. You're not you're focused on that. You have less brain power to look for things. And there's one part I had to, you know, how do I get out of here? Like this little maze type area. Like how in the world do I get out of this place? So I had to look that up. I had to find a video someone put up to figure out because guides are pretty much useless now. It just says go over to here. It's like, okay, but how? How do I do that? It doesn't say. It doesn't give these details. It's like I look for this guide because I need to know how to get there. Don't just tell me to go there. You know? Like I obviously don't know how to get there. Otherwise I would need this guide. And there was one spot I'm going along with the matter spark. I'm trying to get into a hole. Like I'm in a tube type thing, and I have to get into this hole, and it's so touchy that I'm off just a slight tiny bit, and it won't let me go in the tube. I fall down. The tiniest bit off. It was just frustrating. Like this is not fun. This is not like a morph ball. Morph ball's fun for the most part. Like only a few times that morph ball is frustrating. That's usually where you have to do the bomb jump thing, which they fixed with the Wii uh controls. I normally don't like motion controls ever, but the little jump just by flicking the Wiimote, that was an improvement. That was an improvement. I can't believe I talked for that long. Still got a few bit to go. Ah. I don't know. It's just I want to play it. I want to. I want to like it. It makes it really hard, and I don't feel like rewarding them by buying expansions when I'm not gonna have that kind of fun. Like, I got this one when it was on sale, and I'll probably wait till Renegade is on sale if it's gonna happen. I don't know if it's gonna happen. No. They're apparently doing a thing where they on like next Tuesday, like community's doing a thing where they go into the tower next to. Maybe I could stream Destiny next Tuesday just for a send off or something. Just goof around. We play some Gambit because I actually like that. Mostly I just like to hear Drifter. I'm there for Drifter. I had taken a break for a while because it was just not vibing with me. wasn't having fun. But I came back for Final Shape because Cade. Yeah, I'll come back. I'll come back for Cade. And then after that, it was I'm coming here. I'm here for Crow. Playing for Crow, but he hasn't done much lately, so. But I like Lodi. He's a good character. Fun. I kind of like his verbal quirks, way he talks. He does all these pause things, which I do a lot of pausing things. I have to think. I gotta let the RAM catch up. The buffering. Good night. Don't wanna keep listening to me yap. Hydrate. Yes, hydrate so I shut up. I suppose you got anything to say, ask about, suggest. You don't have any Star Wars game recommendations. Nope, nope, of course not. More Sonic? What Sonic is left for me to play? I don't want to go back to the towers. I can't do the towers, man. Can't go back. It's too much coward. Because I do not enjoy suffering. Because I don't enjoy pain. Do it. Don't you do it to me. It's absolute suffering. I was close. Alright, I was close the one time. So close. I was almost there, and then the physics went whoa. And that's my problem. Is I'm at the whim of the weird physics. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? How am I supposed to predict the unpredictable? You know? It's suffering. And it takes forever. And it's gonna be a long stream. Several streams just for the DLC. Maybe one day, but I'm not in any kind of hurry. I suppose there are other Sonic games I haven't played, but that's mostly because I don't like them. You are never gonna get me play Secret Rings. I don't care. I hate motion controls. Not happening. Not happening. Dong. Dong. I wish I had a way to play some of the handheld games. Hardly anybody sees that part. But what about the party mode? I don't know. Can I talk you into playing it? Because I think it would be kind of boring just having me play party mode. So I get to show everyone, Shadow playing the violin. I don't like anything else about Secret Rings, at least gameplay wise, but it gets a pass for that. You get to have Shadow play the violin. That's what we played the most, was the multiplayer. Most regrettable $50 I ever spent. And after that, we started renting new games instead. Try them out first, then buy them. Which, a good thing we did that with Rise of Lyric. Because that would have also been a waste of money. And good night again. So I wanted to finish it. I wanted to keep playing, but bro said no. Not finishing this game. I was willing to suffer for science. Ooh. Yeah, I don't think I have anything else to talk about. I've padded it out long enough, I guess. So as a recap, not sure when I'm streaming Thursday. Not sure. Um, not sure what I'm streaming next week. What new game I'm gonna start. But I will figure that out. I may put up a poll. I'm not sure. I should probably just do Rift Apart. But like, I also have Spyro 3. A game I haven't played yet. Which I have already played Rift Apart before. I don't know. But that's all for tonight. Have a cinderific day or night or whatever it is there. And Cinder out.